On today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a home tour of the 227 plan by Highland Homes located on their 65-foot lots here in Star Trail. This is a 5-bedroom home with 5 full baths, 2 half baths, right around 3,700 square feet, and currently listed at about $950,000. This plan offers a really functional layout with large game room, a media room conveniently located downstairs, and a spacious kitchen that stands out with tons of cabinetry and storage. Throughout the home, you'll also notice beautiful white oak hardwood floors that give it a clean, modern feel. I'll be walking you through this entire layout so you can see how this home lives, how the spaces flow, and whether this plan could be the right fit for you. So that makes sense. Welcome back to another video. Today we are checking out this move-in ready home over here at Star Trail on their 65-foot lots by Highland Homes. This is the 227 plan, 5-bed, 5 full baths, 2 half baths, 2 stories, 3-car garage, a little over 3,700 square feet, currently listed at a little over $950,000. So we'll be walking through this one today, show you guys what one of these 65-foot lots over here at Star Trail looks like. I've done a lot of neighborhood tours and a lot of home tours as well with Highland Homes over here at Star Trail, but this is a plan that I have not toured so far, so I'm pretty excited today to kind of show you guys. This one was almost ready about a week ago. They're still working on some things, but it looks like now everything's really touched up and it looks like it's ready for a nice little home tour today. So starting out, entryway, you are gonna have high ceilings. However, it is gonna be a little bit different than some of the other plans with kind of 2 areas to look down. We'll walk upstairs in a little bit, but usually you just have like one area you can see down into the entryway, but also they have another little game room area set up with this floor plan too that has 2 sections of railing right there. That kind of opens up the space a little bit more. So you do get high ceilings on the entry. The width in here, it's not the biggest. All right, it is a little bit better than maybe the 55-foot lots, of course, because we're on a bigger lot, but compared to maybe some of the other 65-foot lots, there are some other plans that have a bigger space when you walk into the entry. The thing that kind of just runs into everything, I feel like, and is a little bit awkward is this curved staircase that's in the middle of everything, but we'll get to that here in a second. So at the front of the house is going to be a study. This study they actually did in carpet. I would do hardwood through here. If you do carpet, you know, you've got like a rolly chair in your office, you're gonna just have to put down something hard. It's gonna end up ruining your carpet. So I would do hardwood through the study, but it looks like on this one, this inventory home, they decided to do carpet in here. I also like how they have these big windows looking out towards the front. And then they got these 2 French doors that close off to make this office space more private, but definitely a little bit further away than everything else going on in the house. Now, this section of the home is kind of away from the rest of everything because you walk down this long, narrow hallway, and within this hallway, it does have a linen closet, and it has some extra storage underneath the stairs. So you do get those linen cubby shelves that you typically see in hallway closets like this, but they split in 2, and then it gives you a little bit more storage underneath the curved staircase. Not the biggest thing under the curved staircase for storage, but at least they did add that and put some shelves in there. Not quite in the middle of the house, but almost in the middle of the home is going to be this media room. Now, whoever is staying in this room, if this is gonna be a room used for other guests or maybe grandparents, this is very close to the media room. So whoever is staying in this room over here, probably gonna hear a lot of noise coming out of the media room. I think it would make more sense to put the media room like, well, I don't know, maybe upstairs. I mean, I like them when they're on the first floor, but I like them when they're closer to the kitchen. This one's a few more steps away from the kitchen than some of the other floor plans on the 65-foot lots. But within here, they did white baseboards. I would paint everything black. So some people do some white touches with like the returns and the supplies and the outlets and the baseboards. But for the media room, I would do something where it's just completely black. And then they did a little bit of a different carpet in here. This one has a little bit more of a design through it, a little bit darker as well. And then also in this media room, you kind of get a corner that eats into it. So if you want a perfect rectangle on your media room, just to set up furniture and things, this one does eat into a little bit, but you have the TV set up over on this side, and then they do have it pre-wired for speakers going around the room. They just don't have it pre-wired for a projector. Back at the front of the house is going to be a garage, of course. So they got the 2-car out here. It does have some windows looking into this 2-car garage. And then right when you step in from the 2-car garage is going to be the utility closet, which is away from a lot of bedrooms in the house and pretty far away from the primary bedroom. I know that a lot of people like the flow from the primary bedroom into the utility closet and out to the garage. This one is sectioned away from a lot of the bedrooms. The only bedroom this is near is the one that we just walked by the media room. But in this utility room, it's got a lot of space in here. They set it up with a lot of upgrades as well. You get the closet rods, also with the floating cabinets. And they actually put hardware on these cabinets, which I love to see. And then you've got a nice little section over there on the countertop to be able to fold some things. However, I do think that if you're doing a utility closet, I would have the closet rod up a bit. So like instead of here where they put it, I would put it up to there. Because when you hang clothes here, your dryer or your washer, I mean, you're gonna have to get a front load washer. If you got a top load, you're gonna have clothes hanging. So clothes might just be in the way of loading and unloading things. If you got a front load washer or dryer, it'd probably be okay, but I would hang it up just a little bit higher. That way you could also put like longer coats maybe over in this utility closet. Also has a mudroom. And I like how they closed off these bottom cubbies and actually put drawers to kind of hide things a little bit better in here. And then on the other side of the utility room is going to be the first bedroom we're walking into. Also with these bedrooms, they do have really high windows. I like seeing, I mean, at $1 million, I like seeing bedrooms with 2 windows in them, but at least this window is a little bit taller than some of the other ones. Does come with its own bathroom. They set up a walk-in shower in here, and then also looks really nice with the finished tile going all the way up. Vanity, not the biggest vanity in the world, but I like what they did here. They shifted everything over to the right a bit. So instead of having the vanity where you get those small little drawers on the left and the right side, they said, hey, let's move the sink, let's move everything over. And then on the drawers, they give a little bit more width and a little bit more depth on these. And there's 3 of them going on that vanity. So if you do have a bathroom with a very small vanity option, I think this is the best type of vanity setup. I would rather have drawers on just one side rather than those smaller drawers that come on the left and the right side and you kind of lose a little bit more storage. Because you get plenty of storage underneath, I think. It's just sometimes these drawers on these vanity spaces are a hit or a miss. And then for this closet in here, it's just gonna get 2 closet rods. Oh, actually 3. Wow, I jumped the gun there. Usually with the bedroom closets for Highland homes, they only come with 2. This is very rare. I don't see this as much. And also the ceiling heights in this closet are pretty tall. I think you could get away with another closet right here. So I feel like you could double the hanging space in that closet. Another thing to mention is the media room. That wall, it cuts in, also cuts into this bedroom. So this bedroom does feel very small just because of this wall over here cutting in a little bit more. Then we're walking back out into the main hallway. This is where the other garage is. Excuse the mess, they are still working on this house. And then this home is gonna come with 2 tankless water heaters. And it's gonna be within the single car garage. Everything's kind of set up with this within the single car garage. Some of the floor plans that I come across, they'll have like the breaker and the sprinkler in one garage, and then they'll have the water heater in the other garage. But with this one, a little bit more convenient, I guess. They've got the sprinkler system, you also got the breaker, and you got the water heater, and you've got the water shutoff all within here, which actually makes sense to put the water shutoff here because if you're in your house and something busts and there's a pipe or anything, it would suck to run to that garage to shut off the water. It would make more sense to shut the water off in this garage, so great how they put it in there. And maybe that's the coating that they have to do, but either way, someone was using their brain. Then also a coat rack going out from this garage, which I feel like people don't use the 1-car garage as much. I think having a coat closet closer to the 2-car garage makes a little bit more sense. I see a lot of people with the 1-car garage use it more as storage, but either way, great to have a closet rod and coat rack right outside the garage. And now for the family room, this does feel very small. At 3,700 square feet, I would say that this is about average on the family room size, but I feel like it does shrink a little bit because of this obnoxiously curved staircase. And yes, I'm gonna say obnoxiously curved staircase. I don't know why they set this up directly right in the middle. Honestly, I would rather have a squared off staircase here. It does look grand. People loved curved staircases. They love the way they look, but I just feel like this is in the way of a lot of things. And also, when you move in and you bring your furniture in from the front door, It's not gonna fit in between. You're gonna be lifting up a lot of things. I mean, maybe you can get a fridge in between here. I mean, this is very tight. And then also this little nook area, I don't think you can do a whole bunch with that. Maybe you can put like a small circular table there to put like keys or I don't know, a plant, but this is kind of a small area. It's very curvy. You see this? It's just like interesting. I haven't come, like I said, this is my first time walking through this floor plan. There are some areas I do like, but I just feel like this curved staircase is just really in the way of a lot of things. Even though I know there are some people that are gonna watch this video that love this curved staircase. For the kitchen, plenty of cabinets. Okay, one might say one too many cabinets. I think you need to break this space up a little bit more. I do like what they did with the vent hood where they matched it down with the island space. Also matches down with the floor is real good. It's got like this nice white oak color through it with the thick wood planks. But for the cabinets, what I would do here is I would break the space up more. So maybe instead of these cabinets here, because you kind of get this one awkward single cabinet, I would turn this into a wine rack. And then I would do maybe like a wine fridge underneath. And then, or maybe you could keep the cabinets there and you could do stacked up, not all the way to the top, but maybe just stacked up here with these two cabinets instead, putting the wine rack on the left and the right side there, depending on how many bottles you have and if you kind of like that look. But I would just need something else to break up the space. You could also break up the space by putting glass, like maybe this middle one is just fully glass with light inside of it and some shelves. Or maybe you put some floating shelves on the left and the right side. There is just, feels like one too many cabinets going on in here. I do like the backsplash design, matches well in with the color of the base cabinets. And for this pantry, it is a nice little walk-in in here. Does it go down to the right? No, it does not. It stops right at that wall, but I feel like this is a pretty good depth on this pantry. I've definitely been through bigger houses with smaller pantries in here. I think that's a great pantry size. They've got the double stacked oven with the microwave right above, and you got your fridge over on the right side. For this island space, it looks like it can fit about 4 to 5 bar stools. They have this one column in the middle that kind of gets in the way of that, but maybe they needed that just because of the weight, or maybe that's just because of the design. If I had the option, I would choose not to do the column there. That way you have a nice clean look and fit even more seating on there. They did do like an oversized sink in there with the Silla granite finish. Looks really nice. Pendant lights match with the faucet and the other door handle on the pantry. So you do have some black touches in here. And then I think the gold color that they did on the hardware looks really nice. Also matches in with the utility closet and what they picked on the hardware in there. And then this hood vent is ginormous, but also looks very big and grand. I like how it breaks up the space. So at least they didn't paint that in white and they matched it down. I think that looks really good. If you guys are at the design center and you're trying to figure out what to do, I think this look here is great. I mean, you could even do white base cabinets and then do the island space in this wood grain finish that matches with the vent hood too. I see people do that as well. Just really depends on how much money that you're trying to spend at the design center. For these cabinets and these drawers, they're gonna have a good amount of space within them. And they come with 2 shelves on the cabinets. Then you also get these extra drawers that are a little bit bigger, as well as the pot and the pan drawer underneath the gas stovetop. And also gas stovetop is Frigidaire appliances going all the way around. For the breakfast nook area, it's gonna have 3 windows looking out towards the backyard. Now, where this home is located in Star Trail, it's over on the far west side that actually backs up to Artesia. So some of these lots in here actually don't back up to Star Trail. They do back up to Artesia. And I believe that these lots have some of the smallest backyards compared to the rest of the neighborhoods I've been through at Star Trail. So kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at things. For this patio space, they put it with outlets so you can hang up a TV and then also a gas stub right there. Can't really put the biggest grill over there, but you might be able to build out something and still have enough room to put out some furniture in here. And I do like how this patio is tucked a little bit away, but on this backside, it does have some nice privacy because this home is up on a retaining wall. For the family room, ceiling heights in here are like 20 feet, as well as the same as the entry. So you got nice high ceilings coming from the entryway into the family room, and they set this family room up with the bigger tiling with the fireplace. So you can do kind of the smaller look or the bigger look, and they actually matched it in with the grout line. So it kind of looks like one huge piece. And then also a nice little touch here is that they match the mantle in with the wood floors. Sometimes I see this mantle color, like a darker color, doesn't really match with anything else going around in the house, but they did match that there. And then I do like how this fireplace is just set up like 8 inches above the ground. I think that looks really good. Fireplaces that sit on the ground or installed like right on the floor, I don't like the look of those. I like when they're kind of set up a little bit higher. And maybe you could go with like just a little bit of a wider fireplace. Sometimes people like the ones that are a little bit more horizontal. This one's definitely more of a symmetrical square look going around it. You'd have your TV set up on that wall. And then you also have these tall patio sliding glass doors with some transom windows above. It doesn't really bring in a lot of natural light here. This home is facing out towards the east. So some parts of this house, not really gonna get a bunch of natural light. And then leads us to the back primary bedroom. Before that, there is a powder room out here, and they took in the hardwood floor. So you don't see this a whole bunch. And you know what? If you're trying to save money and you don't want to put tile, you can get away with putting hardwood floor, because most of the times with powder bathrooms or bathrooms in general, you're putting some type of rug or a piece of carpet or something for people to stand on as well. So whatever tile you put in, it's probably going to get covered by a piece of carpet or a rug or something small to absorb water. So same thing with this. It's like if you put hardwood floor, you're probably still going to cover the hardwood floor, so it's not a huge deal, but this is a little bit more rare. I don't see that as much. Primary bedroom also goes in with hardwood floor as well. So it's interesting that they put hardwood floor like in this area in the powder room, but they didn't put hardwood floor in that study, because that's usually like the number one. I would say more of my clients are putting hardwood floor in the study rather than the primary bedroom, just to save on cost, because usually, of course, the primary bedrooms are bigger than the studies. And this primary bedroom's got 3 windows on it, and the ceiling heights in here are like 14-ish feet. Goes into the primary bathroom. And this primary bathroom, once again, it does not connect to the utility closet, so I know some people aren't going to be a fan of that, but I do like the space within this primary bathroom. You got the vanity split and also another countertop over here, sitting area with a lot of drawers, so if you want to do makeup or anything else, just another nice area to get ready in the morning. But I do like how everything is kind of split off and not kind of all on top of each other. Now for the vanity, they did bigger drawers. So I don't mind the bigger drawers, but I think for vanities and bathrooms, there should be at least one drawer that's a little bit smaller, and then you can kind of do a bigger one. So I would rather have like one big drawer and then 2 kind of skinny drawers as well. Because if you have some of your like toiletries and are just random things, it's easier to kind of put them in the smaller drawers rather than putting them in these bigger drawers where things are gonna kind of get lost or disorganized a little bit more. Shower is going to be right in the middle. The shower does not have a lot of width to it, which is what I like a little bit more. It does have a little bit more length to it. And then you can see out of this glass window here. But the other thing with the shower, it will not be very drafty because it is completely closed off. The only area where air is going through is this top one. So if you like keeping your showers a little bit more steamy and warm and not as drafty, which I think is majority of the people, this one is going to be set up pretty nice just because it's enclosed pretty good. But I would like to see a little bit more width on this shower. Toilet closet's going to be in here, and then we are now into the primary bedroom closet. Primary bedroom closet is going to have closet rods on the left side, but just really 2 rows, and then you get this built out shelf with 5 shelves as well. And I think you can also get away with maybe putting in some more closet rods above just to add some more storage space for hanging clothes. Okay, we're going upstairs now. And the curved staircase goes back into carpet. Now, this curved staircase is very, very curvy, which I can only imagine how much it would cost to put hardwood floor in here. So I understand why the builder probably didn't do hardwood floor, because hardwood floor on a curved staircase like this, the labor, the materials could cost like $20,000 to $25,000. So that really eats into the budget. So I can understand why the builder didn't do it, because they probably didn't want to pay for it. Game room, it's gonna be right up here when you walk up. It's got 2 windows looking out, and then you've got the railing looking down onto the downstairs entry. And then look, you can actually reach this dust collector. That's nice. So a little bit closer. You don't usually get that close to this window. So this is a little bit different than some of the other floor plans. All right, first bedroom upstairs, gonna have its own bathroom with it, which is nice. Vanity, great size. And then also comes with the closet within the bathroom, which is great in here. But the ceiling heights in this bathroom do feel a bit shorter than typical. It comes with a linen closet as well, so a lot of storage within that bathroom. We're back out into the game room, going through the last bedrooms here. So you got 2 bedrooms downstairs, you got 3 bedrooms upstairs. Okay, this bedroom is awesome. Look at the size of this one. Almost feels like a media room in here. This is great, but once again, what doesn't make sense is where they're putting some of these thermostats. Because this is giving whatever kid, whoever is staying in this room, I mean, this room is awesome. This has got to be one of the best bedrooms I've walked into. It's huge. This is a lot of responsibility to whoever is staying in this room, whatever kid, they have full control over the upstairs on what the temperature is. So it would, once again, make more sense. I've ran into this with a tradition. It would make way more sense to put the thermostat like right here in the game room. So if you're building this home from scratch, I would talk with the builder, see if they can do that. And I also like how all these bathrooms are coming with their own design. So different colored vanity, different colored tiles, but everything's kind of matching still within the bathrooms themselves. They don't have like gold shower head, brass, nickel, whatever finish. Like everything's in black in here. Everything looks white. They've got nice light colors on the tile. Everything's matching really well. And comes with a closet on the inside. And these secondary, okay, I'll tell you what, guys. There are some weird things with this house with that curved staircase and a whole bunch of cabinets in the kitchen that I wasn't like the biggest fan of. But for the bedroom sizes upstairs and them all coming with their own bathroom, great. And the bedroom size, I mean, really the only bad bedroom size I've walked into was downstairs. All the bedrooms upstairs are great size. This one does have the closet split off, so I think this is gonna be like one of the smallest closets compared to the other ones. And then this bathroom, oh, right when I said that, I love how all the bathrooms are getting their own design. This one is set up like the other one, but at least for the most part, majority of the bathrooms are a little bit different. I think it's okay that they match these two. But you still got the same tiles, same colorways going on in this one, but I do like the space within here. And once again, this bedroom feels huge. You also get these 2 windows as well, bringing in way more natural light in here. This room does feel very open and airy. And then within this hallway, last room we're gonna look at is the powder bathroom, and they did tile in here. They didn't bring the carpet into here. That would have been crazy, but they did put tile, but same type of vanity as the downstairs powder bathroom. And that's gonna do it for today's video on the 227 plan over here at Star Trail on their 65-foot lots. If you guys have any other questions about buying in Prosper or the North Texas area and you're looking at new construction, I would love to work with you and your family on your home search. I got all my information down below on how to contact me. Other than that, peace out, y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.